This is about to be an all signs meant for you reading, so it don't matter what your sign is. If you found this, it's meant for you. And yeah, let's just go in and get a general energy to guide the reading. We have 8 of Cups in reverse, and on the bottom of the deck, we have 4 of Pentacles. So there is some sort of, well, this is giving a past energy off of the reversal. There's, in the past, you were turned away from your emotions. And it actually feels like you did this from a space of like awareness and intention. Like it's some sort of scenario or era of your life where you intentionally decided to not let your emotions take the driver's seat, and it actually unlocked a lot of new resources for you by following your intuition and doing this. It unlocked a lot for you. It paid off for you. Let's go deeper. The Moon, King of Cups, the Tower in reverse. So at the present moment, there is so much mysterious, like unclear type of energy, and this may be provoking some restless anxiety about you, or just like feelings of urgency to make things click into space in a way that you can like compartmentalize and understand what's going on, and just like feel more grounded. And a little bit, it's like so human nature to want to feel like we have some sort of control over the present moment, or like we can somewhat see where we're headed. And I just feel like so much of this is mad blurry right now. Like it's just not available to you. And like I said, this may be stirring up some anxiety about you, but like I feel like this is something to aim for surrender with, and really just be present with the current moment and not knowing what the next moment will be. Like that is life. As uncomfortable as it is, it's part of the process. And with the King of Cups here upright, it feels like you're in the process of starting to reconnect with your emotions. Like where in the past you intuitively felt like, it feels like you were in some sort of connection or some sort of situation was at hand where it was like your emotions around this were so just like mad deep. Like it just was almost overwhelming. It felt like it was putting you in a space of unbalance to surrender so deep to these emotions. So you intentionally, purposefully said, like, did what you could to kind of like, I don't get the feeling that you like numbed these emotions or like did anything type unhealthy with it, but you kind of just had to compartmentalize it or put it to the back seat, so to speak, and just like not, it's like you found your own ways to be present with these emotions without acting on them all the time. You feel me? It's like, for example, if it was like about a connection, it's like you found a way to like not reach out to this person every time you had that really overwhelming impulse to. You found other ways to kind of like release this energy, express this energy, like share this energy. And it really paid off for you. But now you're in an era where you are meant to kind of come back to these emotions and find some sort of, like the King of Cups to me is all about finding, it's like the process of becoming vulnerable and expressive with your emotions. And it's not easy. It's something that like the King of Cups definitely has trouble with. And it's like very much outside of your comfort zone. It's very like stirring up a lot of reflections within you that are kind of hard to face and work with. But you are in this process, and I feel like that goes so well with the Moon, because it's like so much of these emotions are so like connected to the unknown and things that you can't fully understand or rationalize. And it's like, why am I feeling this? Why do I have to, be emotionally guided in this way? But you can't deny the way that you are feeling and the way that you are being guided through that emotional intelligence. And so, yeah, this is definitely a process you are going through at this time. With the Tower in reverse, it tells me that you've been through such significant transformation, like through all of this. It's really uprooted some really deep aspects of you that needed to be. And you're in the process of building your new self. And the only, like, not danger with the Tower, but like, warning of sorts is to be really aware that you are not just rebuilding an identical tower where this last one just fell, or like really like find reflection in your lessons and the new versions of yourself that you're unlocking, and energize those new versions. Don't get stuck into past patterns, because then the tower's just gonna have to fall down all over again. And like, Tower is not a pleasant transformation to go through. Like, when you're in the thick of it, like, it's very intense and sometimes aggressive, and like, change is inevitable, but it's still like difficult to go such significant change in such a like abrupt, like, to me the Tower is a very abrupt energy. It happens kind of like all at once and like provoked by something. Two of Wands. Let me get some clarification on the Two of Wands. We could take all of it. Queen of Swords, the Empress in reverse, Nine of Cups, Five of Swords, and Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and Judgment. Yeah, so okay, with the Two of Wands, there's some sort of soul connection coming up here. Some people associate Two of Wands with twin flames. I have a lot of different viewpoints around the term of twin flames. I prefer to just say like a soul connection, because like, especially with these being general readings, this can be such different connections for different people. Like, take it how it resonates for you is generally like the first person that comes to mind when I talk about this energy. It can be a romantic connection, it can be a platonic connection, it can be a family, like blood connection, or soul family connection, or someone that you work with. Like, any of these, it's not about like the dynamic itself, it's about the fact that like soul to soul, there's like a really deep, undeniable connection that you experience. And you can recognize this through like, sometimes when you like, with some connections, it's like when you first meet this person, it's this really intense, like, I feel like I know you already, or like you just already feel familiar to me. Or it can just be like someone that's just like, you can't put it into words, but there's just that undeniable link and connection that is like, it's rare. You can feel that you don't feel this with just anybody. It's like something about this soul uniquely really resonates with mine, and it's generally like a soul that you've been in connection with for multiple lifetimes type shit. And it's just like, y'all feel that because you were meant to cross paths in this lifetime and learn lessons together, work to like rebalance these karmic cycles that have already begun between the two of y'all, like not even in this lifetime. So like, I just like to explain this because when people hear soulmate, sometimes they think that's like the one person that they're meant to be with forever in this lifetime. Like, it's really not that simple. That's such like a human, to me, that's a very like simple minded type of viewpoint to what a soul connection is. Like, it's about learning. It's about evolution. It's not about like ending up with someone forever. You feel me? Anyways, so there's a soul connection on the table. Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, the Empress in reverse, Nine of Cups. I'm noticing the Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the Nine of Cups upright. It's like you've been in an era of really learning how to be good with yourself and not being in a space of codependence, or really even like needing, to me, Nine of Pentacles is a lot about like finding a space of self-fulfillment and attunement, to the point where it's like, when it comes to specifically energies like romance and like a love relationship, you've found yourself in a space of like, I can take it or leave it right now, because I have all these other things going on that I am investing myself into and that are fulfilling me. And it don't mean like you're like, oh, I never want to fall in love again, or like I never want to have a relationship again. But right now, like, I'm in a process of really like unlocking things that show me how I don't need anything external. Like, I have everything right within me here. And so this in the reverse, this is an era that you've been really deep in for maybe some time, but you are exiting this era because like you have like learned these lessons, and it's like you've unlocked what you were meant to in this space. And you're coming into the Nine of Cups, where it's just like, I feel like there's a lot of love and blessings and connection coming through. And it's really bringing you into a space of like, it's interesting because when I was shuffling and meditating before I started the video, 10 of Cups came up. And I just like, it feels, I don't know if that's going to come up in the reading. It very well may. But it's like you're really starting to approach that energy, which like 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups comes right before 10 of Cups, obviously, duh. And 10 of Cups is like ultimate wish fulfillment. It's like so much fulfillment in love and community and connection, all of that. And so you are currently in the 9 of Cups. You're coming really close to that energy. You're not quite in the like heart of that, but you're starting to really, I think, like in the present moment and the near future, you're gonna start to see a lot of things just kind of like effortlessly clicking into place. And it's a very optimistic energy. It's feeling like a lot of divine reassurance and signs and synchronicities and blessings that are illuminating to you, like you are on your path. You are like receiving reward for the work that you've invested and the path that you've been on. The Queen of Swords, I feel like you're coming to a space of really severe truth, like not only with yourself but also with other people. And I feel like this could be coming up, like I just got like, you're not for everyone. Not everyone, you're gonna have a lot of different reactions to the breed of truth and authenticity that you are embodying at this time. Like some people, it's gonna really attract them to you and draw them into you, and they're gonna have a lot of respect and admiration for you. Some people may, I'm getting almost like an obsessive type of energy. Some people might kind of like really come to some sort of obsessive energy with you, and it's like the way it's coming out, it's because like their soul is sensing like your how do I say this, their soul is sensing like the height or the frequency that your soul is embodying of this like really intense truth and realness. And that's very energetically attractive on like a soul evolutionary type of level. And so like people are going to be kind of like magnetized to you, drawn to you, but they may not understand on a conscious level like why they are experiencing this. And they may like think it's like, oh, it's because they're so physically attractive, or because we have a soul connection, or this and this and this. And it's really just that they're being really attracted to like the frequency that you're embodying, and it's like their soul wants to get to that, you feel me? But I'm getting that some of these individuals that are so attracted to you in that way, they may then not be at the space where they are able to actually match it at a consistent rate. And so this can come out in different ways, and I would just be aware of like the level of energy that you're embodying right now, and don't take the way people are reacting to you as such intense reflections of you, but rather like where their frequency is at and how it's able to interact with yours or match yours. You feel me? Like people could get agitated with you or jealous of you, or different types of reactions that you're not going to be able to make sense of in a rational way. They aren't going to be able to. It's just going to kind of have to be what it is. I would do your best to just kind of like mind your own business, honestly, and like be good with yourself and clear with yourself. Yeah. And yeah, people also may just have negative reactions to you off rip with this energy. If it's just like immediately like they can't match it, it may reflect some type of insecurity within them, or harsh reflections within them that is just gonna make them clash. So just keep this in mind, and stay true to you. Keep embracing this authenticity that you are stepping into. And yeah, with the Empress in reverse, I feel like there's some sort of challenge here with like your perception of yourself, or like I feel it feels connected to this soul connection. I think let me get a little bit of clarification on this, because I'm starting to feel it, but I'm a little unclear. Five of Pentacles in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse, the Hierophant. I feel like this individual that you have such an intense soul connection with, it's like their soul itself, or their higher self, has such magnificent love and respect and views of you. They really admire you, they really love you, they really have this unconditional type of love and connection with you. But I feel like in the physical realm, their human self in the present moment isn't really tapped into this perspective of you, to be honest. And it feels much more like a reflection of where they are currently at than it is a reflection of you and how you're showing up to this connection. And with the Hierophant here, I just feel like they're really strictly abiding to like these rational type of rules that they have within themselves, like predetermined. It's like they've maybe consciously, maybe a bit subconsciously, but either way, they've kind of decided for themselves of like, for example, how vulnerable they're willing to be with a person, or how deeply they'll surrender to their emotions, things like this, that is keeping them kind of at arm's length with their genuine view of you. You feel me? Like it's almost like giving a self-sabotage type of energy, and like a resistance towards facing their actual truth. And with the Five of Swords here, I feel like a lot of this is stemming from, it's like there was some sort of situation in the past within this connection where this other person is not proud of how they moved. They moved in some way that was somewhat compromising to their authentic self, and you know what they aim for in terms of their principles and their sense of character, and you know, like their highest version of themselves. They moved in a way that was a dishonor to that. I don't know if they lied about something, withheld truth about something, or just like moved in a way that just, like I said, wasn't fully authentic. And they did this to get what they wanted in that present moment. There was something that they felt they really needed or wanted, and they only, like, this was the only way that they could see to get that. It was some sort of like impulsive move. Like, they didn't really think it through all the way, and then they got what they wanted, but it didn't feel good to the soul after the fact, especially after they've done reflection on this. It's like it kind of put a dent in their view of, in their perception of themselves, especially when it comes to this connection and like in comparison to you. And so that's like causing this kind of like disconnect in being able to even see you in your highest light. You feel me? And with Judgment here, I feel like there's, first of all, this connection itself definitely has like guides around it and divine protection, and it's something that's like divinely held and guided in some sense. It's definitely meant to be in collaboration in this lifetime. And there's a trust that things are moving towards a space of balance eventually, and there doesn't need to be a rush in getting to this space of balance, and it's something that's going to happen in its own divine rhythm and process. Let's see, I feel like there's some more that wants to come out. Temperance, the Emperor in reverse. Yeah, it's definitely very divinely guided and nourished, and there's angels here. And with Temperance, I'm just getting a really patient, serene type of energy, and a trust that like energies are in flow and moving, and this is very much a collaboration between the physical realm and the energetic spirit realms. So that's coming up strongly for me in a way that it's like there's so much more to this connection than how things look in the current moment to the physical eye. There's a lot moving energetically that is still working its way through to take effect in the physical realm. And this is something that's, yeah, it's not on your, the ball's not necessarily in your court right now. With the Emperor in reverse, I just got that the wait is over, which I'm surprised to hear that. The wait is over. Can we get some more? Five of Wands and Death. There's definitely a lot of internal conflict going on within this other person at this time. And it's like so many different perspectives are kind of being like thrown around, and so much like internal monologue, internal back and forth, and like disagreements within the self happening. and it's moving them into this intense transformation with the Death card. The wait is over. Something is ending within this person. I feel like this energy that we've been describing, where it's like, because of this disappointment in the self with how they moved in the past, they haven't even been able to see you in your highest form because they're not embodying their highest form. I feel like this is energy that they are very actively releasing and moving through this transformation that they're currently going through. And it's going to allow them to come to a space where they are able to see you in your light. And I feel like it's gonna kind of like, I just got drawn to the lightning being struck on the Tower card in reverse. It's like, I just got like, it's gonna hit them like a bolt of lightning. Like, it's gonna be a really intense kind of like epiphany, realization, awakening type of energy that's really going to like shift these energies somehow, some way, for sure. I'm gonna get a few more tarot, see if there's any remaining messages that need to be delivered at this time, and then go on with the Oracle card. Ace of Wands, King of Pentacles, and Three of Pentacles in reverse. So with the Ace of Wands, this feels like a very fiery new beginning. It's something, I'm getting a lot of like nurturing energy off of this. And it's reminding me also of this bolt of lightning that's kind of striking them. Like, Wands is fire, and Ace of Wands, like, it's the beginning, and it's super like, it comes in hot, it comes in almost like ferociously. It's just really intense, and it's very connected to like chemistry and like intense energy. I think I'm also getting like some sexual energy here. Take it how it resonates. Obviously, if this is like a family member, it's not like that, but it's like just intense energy, you feel me? Like life force energy. And I feel like this is really I just heard resurrecting them and provoking them into a much more, I'm getting a specific message right now that it's like this person, to the physical eye, has looked in a very high space. Like, maybe they hold a lot of status in like their field and their career, or just like they're looked at as a very intelligent, wise, like someone of just like, they're on the surface, they've already looked like the King of Pentacles. But I'm getting that like up to this point, that's been somewhat of a facade, not in like a way where it's like they're lying necessarily or doing anything too deceptive or ill-intentioned. It's more like they've been embodying the fake it till you make it type of energy, and it's been working, and they've been doing it from a space of like wanting to grow and step into that energy. And so they've like put that on the face of them before it's actually fully been embodied. And this new like awakening is really bringing them into that energy in a way that's so connected and aligned and full, and is really like growing them and bringing them to their next step of evolution. With the Three of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like, oh, I'm getting a specific message on this of like, don't seek too many outside perspectives and opinions at this time. I feel like you have like, you're clicked into a really unique internal guidance system, especially when it comes to this connection. And so if you're asking for too much advice from other people and perspectives at this time, even if it's people that you really trust and you know that they only want what's best for you and all of that, it's just the fact that so much about this connection. Sorry if you can hear my dog snoring in the back, she's having a time, but there's so much that's not available to the physical eye. So even like the clearest of outside perspectives still just don't get it. Like they don't have the full picture here. So it's not like they can't really give advice that is reliable within this situation. And it just feels like really important that you're following your own like gut feelings and intuitive senses with this, and what you know is best for you and what you feel called to do. That just felt like a clear message that wanted to come out. Word. I'm gonna get a concluding oracle card with the Shaman's Dream Oracle deck. What is our concluding message for the All Signs Meant for You reading? I feel like this one wants to come out. Gathering around the power of community. This is interesting, especially with that last message, but I feel like this wanted to follow that to say, like, as much as that was a really clear message, to not get too many outside opinions. Like, don't let that isolate you, or don't let that shut you off from connecting with others, like friends and family and support systems. Like, there are ways to be supported here and to connect with others, even like with this type of energy, without asking for specific opinions or advice from others. You feel me? But I do feel like the power of community is really important for you right now through this. Like, this is intense energy, and like even like all this like intense transformation that's not even happening with you specifically, is more this other person. But because y'all are so energetically tied and soul connected, it's still going to affect you, and you have your own shit going on. We all do all the time. So it's just like, I just feel like this is definitely a time to stay connected with others and still be open to support and that sense of community, even if you're not explicitly asking for them to tell you what to do in this situation. You feel me? That wanted to be clarified here. All right, that's all I got. If this reading resonated for you, please like, comment, subscribe. And if you're interested in a personal reading, you can shoot me an email. My email's in the description down below. Namaste. The divine in me bows to divine in you.